I started doing my electrical project with the truck. Ran to Home Depot for 12 bucks worth of self-tappers, and instead I spent $600 and we picked up an evaporative cooler. This is something that I pray to God works, because this garage right now is 103 degrees. Outside is 109, and I just can't film out here anymore in this kind of heat. Need to do something about it. So today we're gonna see, do these evaporative coolers do anything? I'm hoping to get the temperatures down, I don't know, hopefully in this garage, 85. It's just one of those things. I was at Home Depot, I saw it, and I thought, my back patio, also very unbearable when I'm doing things like smoking or smoking with the Traeger or doing any grilling. It's just so hot back there, it's miserable. So this being on wheels, theoretically, if it works, could be a better setup than the alternative, as doing a mini split in the garage, which isn't out of the question. If anybody has any connections with any mini split companies, I would love to do a more ambitious collaborative like install and review on properly installing a mini split. There's just some screws. Get into the wheels and the hardware. These are really, really nice wheels. Who needs instructions, right? Hoping I can just stand this up. Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. Back with another video a day until this channel hits 100K. This journey of trying to get the garage cooled off has been, see if we broke it, very difficult. Hopefully this thing is built well, because that was not the intention. This is video 60. I was actually planning on doing a whole video about how well this whole series has gone, 60 videos in a row, but then I bought this, so I figured we'll do this video instead, because as of right now it's 104 degrees in this garage. So let's get this thing hooked up and see how well it cuts down this heat, because right now, like I said, it's absolutely brutal. Hose adapter not for use, not for indoor use. I'm actually curious to know how long this will run with water just filled in the little hopper here. Holds 14.6 gallons, which seems like that should run for a bit. I don't know, we'll see. This thing is actually super easy to roll around, and I do like that they have this cord wrap on the back. This is actually really nice. There's a little ball here, a float, that tells you how full it is. I did drop this thing unpackaging it, which sucked. Hopefully it's okay. All right, that appears to be full. Oh, so the pump does need to be on. Okay. Oh, okay. So the garage right now is 106 degrees. Be curious to see how well this thing cools it off, but I will tell you right now, standing in front of it, huge, huge difference. Oh, this is amazing. It's putting out cooler air than what the little portable AC unit was that I had out here before. This is, be curious also to see like how humid it makes it in here, if it's like too humid. Put the side-by-side back. The nice thing is this is on wheels. Can I roll through the locks? No, probably for the better. Oh, it feels so nice. This has been running for just under 2 hours, and we are just about out of water. There's actually quite a bit left underneath that mark, but we'll say that was about 2 hours for 14.6 gallons. And we'll top her back off. All right, so right now this thing, what are we on? Full blast high? Let's switch it over to low. Anybody who's watched the channel long enough knows that I've been fighting this heat problem in the garage for a very long time. And I'll share with you how amazing this thing is working, because this is honestly crazy to me. But I had a portable air conditioning unit that was actually sent out for a sponsored thing many years ago. And that company knew that they were sending it to a garage in Phoenix. It was only a 10,000 BTU unit, and it couldn't do it. So For years here, I have been struggling, and everybody says, oh, you got to do a mini split, you got to do a mini split. Well, I spend a lot of money on a lot of other things for this channel, and I just don't have that in the budget, unfortunately. So today, when I was at Home Depot, I saw this bad boy, and I was like, I wonder if that'll do it. So how is this thing doing? Well, pretty damn incredible, honestly. When I started this test, it was exactly 108 degrees in the garage. Now, 108 degrees, that's pretty hot. Within, let's see, that was at 4:14 p.m. By 4:48, so basically 45 minutes, it dropped it down to 94 degrees. So if you don't think that 12 degrees makes a huge difference, 108 and 94, world of difference. I have spent enough time in this garage working for many hours, and you get really busy and you actually kind of forget to drink water. Next thing you know, you get a headache. By the time you get a headache, it's kind of too late. It happens fast. So I am super pumped on the fact that I can get it down to, right now it's 93. Now, also understand, I did this in the absolute hottest part of the day. This garage door takes all of the sunlight, and everything in here, when it's 108 degrees, everything heat soaks. So I turned this on and dropped the air temp 12 degrees, but everything else was still hot. So I'm going to try tomorrow to turn this thing on before it gets super hot out and see if I can maintain below 90 degrees. I will be thrilled. And I think that I probably can. So I also toyed around with closing the garage door, leaving it just cracked enough to be able to exchange some of that humidity. And the humidity spiked really fast. Let's see, I'll zoom in here. We went from 28 to 30 in that percent, or in that range of percent, to 42. And then I said, nope, garage door's going up, because I think it was going to skyrocket closer to 50. And that's where you're getting into the territory of like really, really humid. Then it starts feeling sticky, and then this starts to kind of lose its effect. So the whole reason these things are effective to begin with is because the humidity, especially down here in Phoenix, is basically zero. 10%, 15%, somewhere in that range. So as it's pulling the air through those filters in the back, which are soaked in water, it's chilling, creating that chilling effect, but it's also increasing the humidity. But because the humidity is so low, it equalizes with what's outside, and it doesn't really get all that bad. So it stabilized back down to about 32% after I had it shoot up to 40, and our temperature is holding around that low 90s, low to mid 90s range. This is the Hessaire, and this is the MC61VT, I believe it's. I just picked it up at my local Home Depot. I was gonna go with a smaller unit, and I was looking at the two, and I realized the difference between 3100 and 5300 CFM seemed significant, and I'm really happy I went with this size, because if I went with a smaller one, it's the ability for it to change the air, basically filter the air in and out of the garage, would have been slower, and this is going to be much better. Now, the other reason why I love this evaporative cooler is that it's on wheels. So now I can actually take this unit, it's blowing straight in my microphone. So now I can actually take this unit and wheel it directly out to the backyard and use it for barbecues, entertaining. Basically, I can bring the evaporative cooler wherever it is I'm going. This also seems like a way better system than what a lot of people out here use, which is like misters for their patios. But the problem with the misters, everybody I know that has them says they always clog up, because it's a really fine mist. We have really hard water here, and those little jets get real gummed up. So with this, you really don't have to worry about that. I don't know how the pump is going to do long term with hard water, but I'm not going to run like filtered water or any of that kind of stuff. We'll just send it the way that it is. But I can tell you, sitting next to this thing, it's, I don't want to say it's chilly, but it feels cool, very cool, like very cool. So I am going to do a long-term review on this thing, see how it holds up. There were some negative reviews on the Home Depot website, and I just kind of sent it and figured we'll see how it does. And initial first impressions is that, like, this is a game changer. I laugh when I say game changer, because John's Moto Garage and I were laughing one day about how everybody's like, oh, YouTuber, this is a game changer. But this is legit a game changer. going from 108 to 94, I dig it. So with that said, thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. Again, this is video 60 days in a row. Can't believe that I've made it this far. So I will see you guys next time.